Hello, my name is Ben Marshall, and this is a Christian perspective on loving your enemies. Matthew 5:44, Christ tells us to love our enemies. And if you look into the original text in the Greek, it's a conjugation of agape, which is the Greek word used to refer to the unconditional love of God. There are four words in the Greek used to refer to love. Storge is the love of familiarity. Family members annoy you, but you've lived with forever, and you can't imagine going without them. An old coat that for some reason you're sentimentally attached to, your pets. These are all examples typically of storge, and it typically goes with the other loves, at least the next two. Philia is the love of friendship. This is the love of companionship, of people who have shared cause and interest and compatible personalities. It's a personal favorite of mine. And then there's eros, which does not refer necessarily to the physical elements of romantic love. Those typically come with it, but it does refer to romantic love. So this is the love between people who have what we call fallen in love with each other. So people who are infatuated and are head over heels for each other and, well, in love, as we call it in English. Now, the fourth love is agape. We've already covered that. And in a recent struggle I have had, God has brought to my attention that in my pursuit to obey the command to love my enemies, I have been struggling because I am trying to hold on to whatever love was there before someone had before a betrayal or a relational breakdown. That trying to maintain agape, or trying to maintain, say, storge and philia for an old friend that you hang out with all the time after they break off the friendship, which is what I've had happen a few times. Including somewhat recently, is impossible and it's painful. It would be as crazy as trying to maintain the romantic love of eros with someone who left you. It's painful, it keeps you from moving on. It's not what's commanded. We're commanded to agape. So you can no longer love an ex romantically, but love them unconditionally as God commands us. Someone who was a good friend who has ruthlessly betrayed you or has abandoned you in your hour of need, you may not feel that philia, that friendship love anymore, but you can still love them with agape. Storge is basically self-sustaining, so if someone's gone for a really long time, typically it fades away on its own, is my understanding. And that's the thought. As you seek to love your enemies, do not maintain the other three loves. It's not possible, and it will just hurt you more. But you can agape them. You can look at them and say, this person was a terrible friend, or they're gone, or they broke up with me and left me, and I no longer care about them that way anymore. And that's healthy. You definitely should not be feeling eros towards all of your former partners. It's going to make you a very bad partner to whoever you're with now. You can break those off and say, but I still love them unconditionally as God would have me. And love does come with wisdom. If someone's a traitor or abusive, you don't have to let them back into your life. And it may not be your role to help them, but maybe that person hurt you and they reach out to you. Extreme example, the Good Samaritan. They're physically in distress, like they're going to die if you don't intervene. Maybe you help them and you put them up at the doctor's office for a day or something. I'm not saying specifically what you should do, but as an example, you can help someone and be loving to them without having relationship. And likewise, sometimes you shouldn't help them. You don't give money to an alcoholic because they're going to buy a drink. That's an old one. Don't invite someone to stay in your house who has a history of beating you. That said, if you feel led to by God, maybe help them with rent or something. But talk to God about it first. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm saying that these are possibilities for what God lead you. Or maybe it's not your job, and that person is in a period of suffering, and they need to suffer until they've repented. And that's not for you to know, it's for God to tell you. Anyways, I wanted this to be about 5 minutes, so big takeaway, you don't have to maintain friendship love, familiarity love, or romantic love with someone who's hurt you. You can still love them with the unconditional love of God. All right. Thank you very much.